All right. So on in the guided practice, we need to find the slope and the y-intercept. So this is easier than you realize. Right here is the y-intercept. What's the y value for the y-intercept? 1. What is the slope? The slope is the rise over run. Is this going uphill or downhill? Downhill. So the slope should be what? Negative. Negative. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. My rise, because I'm going down, is negative 4. Now I got to do the run. From here, I'm going to go over 1, 2. My run is equal to 2. So my slope M, which is the, whoops, let me change the color. My slope M is the rise over run, which is equal to negative 4 over 2. What does that reduce down to?
2.
Negative 2. Okay, see how I did that? Next problem. This is my y-intercept. What is the b value? Remember, it's 0, comma b. You got to go where the y-intercept is. This is the y-axis right here. Yeah, it's negative 15. Now the rise over run, ready? Rise over run. From here, I'm going up. So that's uphill. That means that the slope will be positive. When it's downhill, the slope is always going to be negative. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3. That's my rise. Count. I start at this point. So remember, the slope goes from point to point. So I'm gonna count how much I go up and how much I go over to get to this point here. I'm counting the little hash marks. Yeah. Oh, it's, well, let me, yeah, you could count it as 3, but it's really not 3, right? So when I say 1, 2, 3, what are we counting by here? Well, you've got, we're counting by 5s, right? So that's going to be positive 15, right? All right, now for my run, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So my run is equal to 3. So remember that my slope is my rise over run. So I've got 15 over 3, which reduces down to 5. See how that works? All right. All right, look here. What's this point on the graph? Well, it's 0, comma negative 2. 0, comma negative 2. What is the y-intercept? What is the b value? Remember, the y-intercept is 0, comma b. What is b? Negative 2. Okay, now we need to find another point on the graph where it crosses the grid. I think it crosses here. Okay. What is this point? Well, what is it, the x comma y? 2, comma 1. So let's just do my rise over run. So I'm going to say, to get to that point, I start at this point here. I go 1, 2, 3, up. So my rise is equal to 3. From that point, I'm going to go 1, 2. So my run is equal to 2. My slope is the rise over run. So what is the slope?
1.5.
We could just leave it as 3 over 2. So here's the other thing. We want to leave it as 3 over 2 because when we start graphing these things, it's easier to leave it as a fraction because you go, oh, I'm going to go up 3 over 2. It's kind of hard to go up 1.5 and over 1.